Hi, I'm Dave from Locomotion Models. Welcome to the Monday Club.
It's Monday, it's 7 p.m. and the Bronx are on parade. It's time for the Monday Club, featuring your host, Jennifer Kirk, with the help of the Cupboard Monkey, and your host with the Toast Topsy Toaster, and a wizard called Gandalf, featuring the sounds of the Glasgow Symphony Orchestra and the musical stylings of Gordon, the music maestro. Let's get ready to loco! Ho, ho, ho! Ooh.
A big hello to you. So great to see you. I hope we find you well. I'm Jenny. Whoa. Oh, I see the toast is ready. Thanks, Topsy. And it's great to see you. I hope we find you well. It is Monday. It's 7 p.m. And that can, of course, mean only one thing. And that is it's time for the Monday Club as Topsy twiddles his Browning knob. I've also got the Cupboard Monkey. How are you doing over there, Monkey of Cupboardness?
I'm good. Oh, yes.
All right, hold on. There's some kind of tumble of clowns. They sound a bit gassy. And there's a straggler. Yep. I don't think he's got his trombone with him, but it does sound like he swallowed it or something. So, look, it's great to see you. We're doing another pre-record because we are still having some time off. We basically discovered that we like lie-ins. And yeah, I know it's 7 p.m, but we're having quite a long lie-in. But no, we'll be back as normal next week. So, oh, is it Teddy? Hello, Teddy. So, hold on. Here you are, Teddy. Topsy's got a special place for you.
Don't toss the bear.
Yeah, stop it.
Bear attack.
No, right, come on. Oh, careful, his leg will fall off again.
Oh, he's legless.
No, it's like his head's fallen off, his arms, his eyes came out.
He's been a secret agent behind enemy lines and he's got the war wounds.
Yeah, he's slightly older than me and it does show.
Hello.
Yeah, for a long time I was in better condition, but I'm not sure that still holds true. So, Cupboard Monkey, what are we talking about tonight?
Tonight we're talking about, is this the best hobby you can have?
Of course, as Sir Ken of Patterson on What's Neat This Week, big up everybody on the What's Neat This Week posse, and what he always says is that this is the best hobby in the world. And that, I'm gonna argue for that.
I'm going to argue that whatever you really, really enjoy doing is the best hobby in the world for you.
But no, I'm going to make a case for model railways as being a really great hobby, if not the greatest. And that's because of all of the transferable skills that having an interest in this amazing hobby gives you. And that's because it's not just one area. You know, if you look at a lot of other hobbies, it's like very focused on one thing. But with model railways, there are so many different skills involved, including planning, including spatial awareness, including creativity, physics as well. I'm going to make an argument for physics, force perspective and things like that. Also, in terms of woodworking skills, very important. If you own your own house, you know pretty well actually the DIY skills that you get out of this hobby are invaluable. It also gives you a rudimentary overview of electrics and electronics. Getting to grips with that really certainly is a big thing. Soldering too, that's something you can transfer out into other areas of your life. Things like painting and weathering. Now, actually, I find that when you're repairing your car, should you own a car as well, there's a lot of the skills that you learn in railway modelling transfer out to car repairs. I've done bodywork repairs before now and learnt a lot about paint matching and such like, which I got from this amazing hobby. Now, if you've just joined us, this is a pre-record, and that's because we're just taking a little time away because we got completely exhausted from certainly 6 years continuous on the go, with 2 pre-recorded videos a week plus the live streams. Just having a little bit of time to ourselves. We will be back next week.
So
but if you're
a
wondering,
fortnight off to sit on the sofa and watch Star Trek.
yes, and partly this is because Zoe tracked down the complete box set of Deep Space Nine and the complete box set of Star Trek Voyager.
Yep.
So you can imagine we're sat there, sort of dressed in a cheap knockoff Star Trek
Hey,
uniform.
they weren't cheap.
Surrounded by Cheeto dust and with our fake plastic tricorders, just watching it back to back. And every time somebody says a level 3 diagnostic, we
You
have to
take
drink
a shot
You have to take a shot.
from my
Absolutely.
special Star Trek shot glasses. They
Really?
have the Federation logo on them.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, that's what we've been up to. But we are back next week. We've got a lot of stuff lined up for you as well. A lot of interviews. Been trying to get a few more people in the hobby in. So hoping to be talking to a number of different people. And we've got a great topic actually for when we come back.
Yes.
Which actually on last week's Monday Club we came across. And I think that would be great. And we've put that off so to not talk about it this week because I think that needs interaction
It requires people
with
to
the
be able to
audience.
bring their views
Yeah.
if they want to. We're not going to force you, but
Absolutely.
we would suggest that you might be interested.
Absolutely. And we're going to be showing a bumper crop of your videos and pictures today. Part of this is because we've been a bit pants at keeping up. There's been such a popular section of the show that we're going to try and clear some of that backlog. The ones that have been here for quite some time. So we're going to do some extra time on that. You're going to find that in the second half of this show.
Extra, read all about it.
And as you can tell, the Cupboard Monkey has had caffeine and sugar. Never normally a great combination for the Cupboard Monkey of Joy. But that's okay because Topsy will be keeping the monkey in check. And of course, as always, we have Gandalf in the house. Who's in the house? It's Gandalf in the house.
Hello there.
Are you not going to comment on the inevitable people who are going, oh, I think I escaped Gandalf?
Nobody escapes Gandalf. Gandalf sees all. Gandalf eats all.
What are you, the Eye of Sauron or something?
No, I'm talking about biscuits. I see them, I eat them. But
Yeah.
I believe that I'm here for my specialist statement. A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Precisely, Gandalf. So, yeah, you can still comment in the comments.
And we
so
might be even in the comments if
we
we
may be.
remembered to.
you shouldn't
comment.
have, you shouldn't have drawn attention to that
Well,
because
some-
we might not be.
Well, sometimes we
People go,
do.
hey, hold on, they're not here.
Sometimes we do kind of fall asleep because it is our first time off in like 6 years.
but,
no,
look-
that's not true. We had 1 week off for Christmas once.
Yeah, once, but but yeah, they were like, "Oh, you're supposed to be working."
It's supposed to stop.
Yeah. So, do talk amongst yourselves in the comment section down below. The chat will be scrolling by really quite quickly. I know people watching this on the Spot TV. It's not on the screen. Nothing we can do about that. Can't help you on that. It's just the way
you
YouTube
put
works.
my Engage fountains in.
Yeah, I did. I did that ages ago. Sorry, the monkey is talking about.
I've just noticed that
Right.
Jen's put the Engage fountains in.
If you want to just... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
That's well done, Jen. Well done.
Okay, let's try this angle of the dangle. So, it's like miles away. We don't have a camera that covers
We
that.
do.
Well, no, don't break it.
I won't. Go back to camera 2.
Oh, dearie me. So, the monkey is trying to break Weir Yard. And there we go. So, the military establishment, we don't normally really see that much. It's just in the distance. I did put in the N-gauge fountains. You might remember that the monkey does like to build some stuff whilst we're on air. So they've actually been added into that area. I always loved that.
I didn't think they would work, but they have.
But they do. And let's not dizzy people. So I'm going to press the button.
And then break everything, yes. Well done.
No.
Yeah.
But that's where they are. But yeah, talk amongst yourselves in the chat. It's something that the chat will remain almost like a comment section after the video's done anyway. So would love to hear from you about your thoughts about the best hobby in the world.
What, gaming?
No, not gaming. Model railways, you muppet. Read the stream you're on. Oh god, it's like she's on Game Hammer again. So, yeah. But anyway, so it's great to have your company as always, and certainly, you know, I've outlined some of the transferable skills, and like anything else, you get better over time. We talked a little bit about this last week, but you know, nobody expects you to be out of the box, to be at Luke Towan's sort of levels.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No, and like it's certainly not the DeLorean waxing Mark Wilson levels straight out of the box.
No,
but
that is something that we did say
but
last week.
you can
Practice makes
aspire
perfect.
to.
Yes.
And I think that that's great. It's like with so many hobbies, you aspire to greater and greater things.
I actually, now I'm thinking about it, when you mentioned gaming is the perfect example here. If you see in a game, like let's say you're playing World of Warcraft, and you've just started, and a level 60 guy rides past on the most epic-looking horse you've ever seen, wearing amazing armor and with a huge sword.
One day I'll have the Penis Master 4000.
Exactly. That's it. It's aspirational. You don't look at him and think, wish I had that. You think, one day I will have that.
Yeah, it's like Wayne's World. One day you will be mine. Oh yes, you will
Yes.
be.
Too many people look at it and think, well, I'm not like that, so I might as well
Yeah,
not bother.
we talked a bit
No,
about
you
the
can't do that.
instant
One day you will
gratification
be.
culture, and I think as well, railway modelling also teaches you patience. You know that not everything is instant gratification, and I think that's another important thing that railway modelling does bring to the party.
Yes.
Because you know you can't logistically build a lot of things like just like that.
Just
So
like that.
it gives you this the
just like that.
aspiration and the fact that you know you've got to spend time, and over time things develop. It's great, and there's so many different disciplines as well. It's not like everybody trying to make the same jigsaw puzzle, because everybody's layout is different. We've got a bit of a Dutch angle going on in that.
I was thinking the same thing.
With you messing about, and down a bit. We don't need to see the roof. There we go. That'll do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, oh, bouncy, bouncy.
Earthquake!
Yeah. So, what have we got running?
Actually, that's an interesting angle. We don't normally see this bit here.
No, I do try to from time to time.
Prod.
No, don't do that. So, what have we got running today? Well, it's the usual trio of terribleness on the ABC shuttles. It's just easier to leave locos. I know we're going to be reliable. But on the main line, we have got, we've actually got a HST in First Great Western Fag Packet livery. Now, I don't have the coaches to go in between, but I did notice just before we came on air that Rails of Sheffield actually have 8 different First Great Western Mark IIIs, high quality ones, at I think it's about $22.50 each, and I'm really tempted to actually get a proper train to go with that HST. I think it comes to about 180 quid if you buy all 8, which is actually not too bad. So that is there. So if because we're recording this in advance, I don't know what people are doing, but you know, if people are putting in like super thanks or super chat or whatever it is, then I think that's what I should put it towards. So it's basically the First Great Western Fag Packet train livery.
You did get super chat a couple of weeks ago from the point of view of when this goes out.
Yeah.
So yes, you should.
I know, but
You should reinvest in the show.
I always do. But I must admit that those First Great Western HSTs, I really quite like them. And the more that I run them and look at them, the First Great Western Fag Packet livery is really nice. I'm not a post-privatisation kind of modeler. Not my thing, not my scene. But that livery has... It's like that and Silverlink have really done something special for me. So I am quite tempted to get a full rake of First Great Western Mark III coaches to go in between. And they're the new tooled versions from Hornby. There's also a lot of other sales on at the moment. And that's the other thing I like about this hobby. There's a lot of browsing you can do. And I don't know about you, but I really love browsing. It's like window shopping. You don't have to buy stuff. But I actually quite enjoy the act of like having a punt around, seeing what's available, putting stuff in your basket, taking it back out. You know, for me, that's almost a part of the enjoyment of this hobby. I mean, what about you, Monkey of Cupboardness? Do you find an element of that?
I do enjoy browsing and seeing what I could have.
Yeah,
And
here's
what-
what
and
you
then
could
thinking
have.
Not
look,
just
it's
what I
patio
could have, but also
furniture
think
and
of
a
what I could do
speedboat.
with it. And it gives me ideas.
Yeah, and I think with railway modelling, you can get a lot of inspiration by browsing and just seeing what there is out there. And the
Yes.
number of times, actually, I've seen something like a kit for a building, for scenery, and you've looked at it and thought, ooh, I could make X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
making use of that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot in things like the War World Scenics or the Woodland Scenics ranges where I look at them and think, I wouldn't mind trying making a waterfall or a beach or a river or a pond.
I'm looking forward to when I try to make a beach for my next box file. The one I'm making at the moment, and I'll show some pictures of it later on, the one I'm making at the moment is a shunting layout with a brewery and a factory storage area,
Yeah.
like a factory warehouse. And it's nice, and I'll have a lot of fun putting it together,
Yeah.
but I'm really looking forward to making that multi-level box file layout with the town and
Yeah.
the beach.
One hot tip, though, for anybody contemplating making a beach, there is a temptation to get kiln-dried sand, make your beach, and then start pouring your water straight over the top. Can I just say, even on like a beach scene, using real sand, make sure it's glued down, because believe me, it does slowly float up and like sort of mingle into the when you do the water pour.
I wasn't actually planning to use water pour.
Oh right, you were just
I
gonna
was-
you're just gonna put the beach and nothing else.
I was gonna.
It's like, oh look, we're at Southport. We can't
I was
see
gonna
the
have
sea.
the beach and paint the water on with several effects
Oh, really?
and see if that worked. And if not, then I would put the water on because I'm
The-
not entirely
the-
sure about it. You know.
There are some good effects you can do actually with painting. With I used to use Humbrol enamels because I use enamels on everything. I had a big set of Humbrol enamels, and I used to like painting onto the lowest baseboard level a mixture of like dark greens and dark browns to make this sort of murky looking base for. It used to just be on like ditches and watercourses. And then I would put a layer of gloss varnish over the top, and it made it look like deep but murky water.
Yeah.
And I found that a good effect, especially if you don't have a lot of depth. Quite often, depth can be a big issue. You might not have the luxury of being able to go down and model like a stream bed and actually get a depth of water
Exactly,
put
and
in.
that's the thing that I'm going to have an issue with the box file.
Yes.
I'm not going to have the space to go down. So I'm thinking a water effect painted,
Yeah.
and perhaps even a painted beach effect to a certain extent.
But varnish is a funny one. You've also got to be careful that varnish likes to soak into things, and it kind of wicks up into your scenery.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do with varnish is make sure everything around it is well sealed. And if you're going to do static grass, do that after you've done the varnish and let it dry. For two reasons. Firstly, the varnish will try and wick up into your static grass and produce a little bit of an odd effect. But also, if you've been doing static grass, believe me, the fibres get everywhere, and you'll end up with bits stuck in your varnish or your pour of resin afterwards. But no, I find water features actually a really, really interesting modelling area. I want to do more, and I keep looking at Weir Yard and thinking, where can I put another water feature? And
I
actually,
honestly don't know you could.
if I bring up Jablight Mountain,
Okay.
this is an area where I keep thinking that Jablight Mountain is ripe for doing some reworking. I'm not entirely sure how, because the
You've
tunnel.
been giving you tunnel mouths over here. I'm not sure you can really.
Well,
Unless you
I
had a water
was.
feature that kind of trickled down.
No, well, I was thinking of taking the top of the mountain off and completely redoing the mountain. Now, I had thoughts. and
You've been talking about that for a while, ever since you saw that church I built.
Well, no, it's not the church per se, but I like the idea of having an 009 layout, like just a little tight circuit
Oh, yeah.
that would run up there, so that I can run some of the things like the mainline Hunslets and the Baldwin War
Now,
Department
from the
models.
point of view of the camera, it doesn't look like there's a huge amount of room. So I'm going to stick my arm into the layout to show you just how big this actually is.
Yeah, so we
I
can
am
now
leaning
see.
right in.
Yeah, because that's actually quite a distance away from the camera. So,
Yeah.
Jablite Mountain, it's one of those weird areas that it doesn't tend to ever get shown in videos, and
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I think that it's ripe for redevelopment.
Again, this is the length. That is my entire arm. I am leaning over.
Yeah. But I like the idea.
And all you can see is my forearm. It's
Yeah.
huge.
I like the idea of a river and a waterfall and stuff.
Yeah, you could put a lot up there. There's a lot of space. And
I mean, headroom wise, we're a little bit restricted,
You
but
wouldn't need it, would you?
I reckon I could build Jablite Mountain taller. I'm also thinking,
Oh, way taller, yeah.
yeah, not like all the way up to the ceiling at the front, but
You've got
at
my
the
entire,
back.
the height that's available is my entire forearm.
Yeah, nobody can see that.
No, but if I come in, my entire forearm, that's the length. It's
From
one.
there to
You've
over
got
here.
that amount of space vertically. You could do a lot.
Yeah, and Jablite Mountain was actually an early creation on Weiryard, and just to really demonstrate how things develop. If I knew when I started Weiryard the kind of skills that I've got now, it would be a very different beast.
Yes.
And sometimes that can be a hindrance
Well, that's
where
happened
you
with several areas.
Yeah, and I have redeveloped a lot. If I go to camera one,
Yeah.
so
When it comes up on screen, don't give us the time.
so for example here, when I first built all of this, I didn't know how to do static grass. I didn't have the back scene. The back scene that Les did for us actually has been a game
my goodness,
changer.
Yeah, and you can see that being added in one of the Building Weiryard videos.
Yeah, and actually, if you go back to earlier videos, you can look at how crud it looked from a point of view of then versus now. Everything above that retaining wall just was not there.
Yeah.
But then static grass, discovered static grass. So all of this area over here has been redone with static grass. And also up in the top here, this used to just be a sea of ballast. These
remember
little
that,
strips
yeah.
of grass, and like this bit here, didn't exist. They've all been done with subsequent scenic skills.
You made that entire scene.
This whole scene is actually the subject of a video.
Yeah.
A lot of the trees have been enhanced. Static grass, it's difficult to show actually on any of the camera angles. But I was very pleased with that static grass round there because it's the 12mm stuff. So you get this lovely overgrown effect. One of the areas, actually, the more immediate areas, which I do want to do some redevelopment work, is actually the TMD. And I have done a bit of stuff for the Dent Station building.
What's a TMD?
Traction Motive Depot.
Right, okay.
Sorry, the jargon. Yeah, keep
no.
it accessible.
Exactly. That's exactly what this show is for everyone, no matter what level you're at. So sometimes we have to remind that.
Absolutely. But the turntable, I've seen actually some of the videos that you guys have shared with us. Things you've done with your turntables to improve the turntable well. And in all honesty, I'm going to turn the locomotive so we can actually see the well on that angle. So let me just move the locomotive round. And all that is it's painted with, I think it's Humbrol 93.
Do you have any around the outside, any walling?
Yeah, there is walling. I was quite pleased with that.
I thought it had a wall
super quick
texture.
building papers.
And it looks good.
It looks all right, actually. But the actual well, I've seen quite a few people use almost like ballast, very, very fine, like sand, which is what I used for a lot of the ballast. And they put a layer down there, but they used like dark, murky, like dirty brush cleaning fluid to really give it a great texture. And just didn't ballast over either the rail that goes round or the grills, and I thought it just gave a really good effect. They put a little bit of like grass in places. You could see where, you know, kind of growing through cracks in it. And I think the turntable well is something that I want to revisit because it got painted and then a little bit of weathering, and it's just largely been forgotten about. So when you look there, it's meant to be almost like a concrete base, but I just think it's the wrong colour. The walling I'm happy with. The actual base, not quite so much. In terms of other things, I like the idea of there's some ratio kits. So in terms of things like locomotive hoist, I really do like the idea of building one of those. It's a nice kit. I'd build the kit and I'd add that in. I think that would add some interesting variety. It also needs some water standards. I think they need to go in there as well. And, you know, a few other bits and pieces. But that, too, has developed over time. So, for example, like this little hut was sent in by one of the Monday Clubbers who sent...
And it's amazing.
So it is, and this is, they built it themselves. It's made out of like wood and such like, and it is an incredible building. And I was so honoured that they sent me this. There's also a cottage which is up there, and I think they sent some. Les had some as well. They basically sent a load of buildings in for both myself and Les. And it's just incredible. And it's built to the kind of standard which I could only dream about. I must admit that the quality of the workmanship on this is amazing. So I felt absolutely honoured to be able to have that added in. So I've got to remember where I put it now. There we go. So I've really been pleased with that. I've added lighting. We did a video where I added the shed, actually. That was controversial. Because it was billed as a kit, but
it's not.
It was a scratch building aid. And now, in credit to me, I did build it, and it is here. And you know,
it looks rather nice. But my problem that
weathering was the key with that.
My biggest problem with the comments that we got on that was, well, it clearly says it's a master kit and things like that.
Yeah, no, it was a craftsman kit.
Craftsman kit. No. It's a bundle of parts with a set of plans.
But the plans were like were drawn at 95% scale, and I just found that to be incredulous.
So what I was saying is that's not a kit. That's a bill of parts.
Yeah.
Or a bill of goods, as you would say.
It might as well.
But bill of goods these days is usually said, "Oh, we sold you a bill of goods," as if it's a bad thing. They
might as well just given you a list and said, "Buy this, this, this."
It's a parts set. Yeah. It's not a kit. It's something that when you assemble it following the instructions, you get the finished product. This was a set of parts and a diagram, so you had everything you needed to scratch build. It's a different thing. And if they'd marketed it as that, you wouldn't have had a problem with it, would you?
No.
Because you didn't know what to expect.
But, you know, in terms of other areas, if we go back to this angle, so, you know, down here, this area down here, with the little scrapyard and the church that you can just see creeping into...
I do like this
area. I've been... You know, I actually extended my baseboard to do all this, so that the monkey is just showing you in an area which you don't normally see a lot.
Yeah.
This is the Oakworth Station building. It came in the it was in the Railway Children's set. This we did a full review on. I think it was making a scene with Scenecraft. So all this area and the trees as well, made from War World Scenics kits. So I was very, very pleased with those.
You did really well with
and then I expanded the embankment. Originally, the track just ran along the edge of the baseboard.
This bit here, where my hand is, didn't exist. You've added it.
And I'm talking about water features. I really do like. It's only a small little culvert with junk and rubbish in, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed making that.
I believe that's in a video as well.
It probably is, yeah. That's one of the things that made me think about wanting to redevelop Jablite Mountain. But I think the TMD is the area that I want to do first. So I'm sorry if anybody's getting nauseous. The cupboard monkey can't take her hands off the bloody camera.
I'm trying to put the camera back to the normal space.
That'll do. Nice.
That looks nice.
I like that, actually.
Yeah.
Let's all enjoy that scene.
And that station at the back, the Settle Carlisle one, I thought that, and then you nicked it.
And then I added lights to it. Hey, given all the stuff that you've just left in our library on the top shelf,
Look,
I think me giving that a home, and a blooming good home at
it's
that.
a great kit. I love it.
But it fit. I had a horrible lashed together thing out of bits of Super Quick kit, which never really properly worked. And when I realised that actually fitted that space quite nicely, I was really pleased with that because it made that area.
Yeah,
it became
really
the offices for the TMD.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so
I like that kit.
And that's what I like about this hobby as well. It's like you finish your model railway, but you don't really finish it. You can always revisit stuff and improve it.
Yes, a model railway is finished for now.
It's never true. And I talked about this with Sir Ken of Patterson, big at What's Neat This Week, and all of the What's Neat This Week posse. Because I know James Regier does watch, so great to see you. Hope you're well. Loving the 3D printed stuff. But yeah, it's there's always something that you can fiddle with. And one of my problems is I'm like, must get it done. So I'm the queen of speed modelling. But unfortunately, that also means that you run out of things to do. So I do need to start redeveloping parts of Weir Yard. And I guess at some point, that's what I need to do. And it's an interesting point. Do I actually want to keep all those sidings full of wagons that never move? Or is there a point where I should actually strip out those sidings? I have thought about putting like a huge goods shed. You know, like, you never saw the one at Bolton, the Lancashire and Yorkshire goods warehouse. But it was like, over that one over in the corner. Imagine that, but say 4 times as big. And actually,
for those that can't see it, onto the front camera.
I think. Just in the background. And it's actually 4 stories tall.
It is.
So it's quite big. Lovely model. I actually got it from somebody who stripped it off a model railway that they bought and went, I don't want this anymore. And they slowly stripped that exhibition quality layout down to nothing and then binned it. And I always wondered what was the point in that. But he was going to throw that building away. And it's got working lights in and everything. I think there we go.
Yeah, you can see them.
So, you can in the middle there. So people can actually see the building we're talking about. Because it is wired up with working lighting. Although, actually, on the same functionality, you can see...
Oh, yeah, the lights are in the military
I wonder
center.
Can we actually... If I go to that angle...
This one should do it, yeah.
Yeah, you can see that
the lights are on, but you're not home. Your mind.
Right, anyway.
It's not your own.
Anyway. But no, one of my thoughts is that, it's almost like I've had my fun out of getting out of my system. I really wanted to build a tiny yard. But actually, you could argue that it serves no purpose. I don't do shunting. And it just feels like that area would be better served with something else. And I quite like the idea of the ex-Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway goods warehouse that was in Bolton. So you would have probably quite a tall building, but with tracks going into the bottom. And you'd have a lot of cobbles to make like yard areas. You'd probably keep a lot of the tracks there. But you would, it would be an interesting... See, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm just spitballing at this point. But I do feel that there's elements of Weir Yard which I don't really utilise, and it's real estate where I could do something different. I don't know. What do you guys think? What should Jenny do with Weir Yard? And no, don't say, oh, shove it up your bottom.
Because it won't fit.
Yeah. Topsy says she's tried. So yeah. Anyway, now meanwhile, back at the ranch, what have we got running? Well, the First Great Western HST with a completely inappropriate rake of coaches in between. But as I said before, I'm going to be putting.
My rules.
For this. I'm not. Don't feel like obliged to give any, but if super chats or super thanks or whatever it works out has come in for this video, I am inclined to put them towards a rake of First Great Western Hornby Mark III's new tooled ones, and it would mark a bit of a watershed moment because I don't tend to do modern image.
Yeah, you don't.
But
that's got you interested, hasn't it?
That has got me interested. Yeah. And then we've got the 3 Gronks, no waiting, and then we've got a 2MT, a Hornby 2MT.
It's a really good looking locomotive, that one.
Yeah,
there's all kinds on it, the brass effects and everything.
It is a lovely model. We did a full review on that.
Yeah.
And then we got that with the rake of private owner wagons, same one that we going around last week actually. But I do like those colourful private owner wagons. And there's just something about it. It's in some respects, it's my guilty pleasure. I don't model that period particularly, but my guilty pleasure is I keep picking up those really colourful private owner wagons. And that was something else actually. Somebody was asking me what I got from the Keighley Model Rail Club exhibition. And I did actually get a couple of the private owner wagons. I don't know whether they're in there. I'm just looking actually. What have we got?
I have to say, of all the stuff, I'm not a big model railway person. I'm more of a model person. I like making dioramas and stuff.
Yeah.
But of all the rolling stock you can get, private owner wagons are the best.
They're just colourful and cheerful, aren't
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if we can pick them up when it goes on the Jablight mountain camera. Yeah. They'll be coming round in a moment, and you'll be able to get to see them. There's quite a mix actually. I think we've got 5 plank, 6 plank, 7 plank, 8 plank, 3 plank. We've got quite a mix in there of different ones. I think there's 3 different manufacturers.
Talking of private owner wagons, Jan.
Yes.
We have been asked in the past if we would do anything for Engage for the Monday Club.
We need to look into it. We said we'd do it as a Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
We'll go
Once we're back off our break.
Yeah.
I'll look into the possibilities.
Can we get the pin badge? We've talked about that for far too long.
I'll do the pin badge first, and then we'll do the.
I also want to tell you what. Well, here's what we'll do. For Monday Club Wagon number 4, don't forget there's a link down below. I don't know if they're sold. I honestly don't know if they're sold out by now. But if they're not, they're at the link down below that takes you to Rails of Sheffield. Order with confidence. It's made for us by Rapido Trains. It's one of their 1907 railway clearinghouse designs. It's the William Loudon Sons, and to be honest, it's my favourite one yet. It really does look amazing. But for the Monday Club Wagon after that, I've got plans, and that may be the one to consider doing O gauge, double O, and N gauge. And I think
very limited runs for all of them, though.
I think the minimum order number for N gauge and double O is 50 from Daypol.
We could probably do that.
So it'd be a Daypol commission. Certainly an O gauge, it's a lot less, but as they're quite expensive, you can imagine you're still paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I am quite tempted to do effectively the same liveried wagon and do it in O gauge, double O, and N gauge, and just see how well they sell. And I suppose it's a case of put your money where your mouth is. All the people who've been saying they really wanted the N gauge wagon, You have to buy it, and you have to encourage your friends to buy it, because if it doesn't sell out, there will not be another N-Gage commission.
Because I like N-Gage, but I can't buy all of them.
Yeah, we can't justify, because there's a lot of money, because we have to basically buy all of them. And if there's like, say, 30 or 40 that people don't buy,
then we have 30 or 40 that we have to buy.
Muggins here is paying for them.
Yeah.
So that's how it stands.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But Jen, why, apart from transferable skills, do you think this is the best hobby in the world?
Well, there's also the relaxation element. Not just making kits and making scenery is very relaxing when you've had a stressful day at work, but even just sitting in the railway room and the sound that the trains make as they go round, it's almost like a white noise generator.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I mean, this goes way back. I used to even even when I had the layout and the shed, sometimes I'd go out there, put trains running, but I wouldn't play trains. I'd read a book in the middle. I've done that up here before now in the past, before all the pressures of being a regular uploading YouTuber kicked in. And you'd sit and read a book or a magazine, but you'd use the trains as this relaxing noise. It's almost like, some people have the sound of waves on the shore or wind in the trees to like put them in the happy place that you can sleep, get a good night's sleep and just feel relaxed. So for me, I think the sound of trains trundling around, there's something about that sound that is quite relaxing. And it's interesting actually that I showed Craig one of the videos, that's Iron Horse Railways, one of the videos that's in the buffer, which I actually edited up a while ago because we've just been so busy.
Yeah, it has been very busy.
And sometimes you get a lot of stuff in for review, a lot of projects that you're asked to do. And sometimes when you're doing all that as well, you think, actually, there's a couple of things I just want to do more for me. And the video I recorded, I'm not even sure at the point that this is going out, I don't know if it'll have gone out, but I sent a link to New Junction. Richard Watson has seen it, and Craig at Iron Horse Railways. And Craig actually said that he found it an incredibly relaxing video. It was trains running on the O-Gage Garden Railway.
Nice.
And he's absolutely right in that respect. You've got the sound of the outdoors and the trains trundling around. It is very relaxing. And maybe, you can get these relaxation CDs that you put on if you're like, oh, I'm so stressed. And you put it in, and it's like normally stuff like wind in the trees or water on waves on the shore.
Yeah.
Maybe what we need to do is release a compact disc which is just trains running on Weir Yard, and it'll just be the sound of trains trundling around, like an hour's worth without any noise happening.
Except 3/4 of the way through it goes beep, 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 and then you go, oh no!
Look at that! Oh, it's made of poo. How would I keep looking to the wrong clock? I keep forgetting that we're
It's 7:42 at the moment.
Already? We just started.
Yeah. It's like every week this show just flies by.
It does. Actually, I'll tell you what I could do with, because I'm spitting feathers here, is a glass of Coke. So
you would like me to coke you up, would you?
Yeah. When you go downstairs, would you take? There's a load of empties been accumulating throughout the week. So if you want to go, the glasses downstairs.
You want me to glass here as well with some Coke?
Pass me the mouse.
Oh, hokey cokey.
Will you stop messing about? Because that Coke ain't bringing itself, is it?
This Coke ain't drinking itself. Glug, glug, glug.
Yeah. So what else have we got going around? There's lots of gronks going on.
Gronk it up.
Gronk it up. Gronk it up.
Not a cult.
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes.
Did you just...
Topsy is getting quite energetic with his toast.
You've got to stop making him so happy.
Hey. And then there's a class 20 doing the rest. I'm going to wait until it passes on the top level of the Jablite mountain cam, so you can see it's a weathered class 20 fitted with a HM7000 decoder and speaker setup. There's no power bank on it, but actually it doesn't need it. It honestly doesn't need it, and that's the one that the Tumble of Clowns are having a great time on. But yeah, so greatest hobby in the world. Now it is relaxation in more ways than just the relaxation of building a model kit or such like. You know, it's the sound that it makes as it trundles round is just so relaxing. And yeah, I think if there was a study done, and like I think we'd all volunteer to be in the study group. So we need to pay people to play with model trains and then see how they feel. It's like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm stressed. Yeah, stressed. I'll play with trains as part of your study. But no, if they actually did a medical study, I think that they would find that having a hobby like railway modelling does contribute to an increase in mental health and well-being. And I know Hornby do a thing with mental health awareness, and I have in the past recorded stuff for them. Are you all right there, Monkey? You seem to be struggling. Have you basically done one very slow trip for what you could have done two quite quick trips and been all done and dusted and drinking Coke by now?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a temptation to do that, but we all know it's we all know it's a silly thing to do, but we do
We've
it
all
anyway.
seen it.
Yeah, we've all done it, and then we do it again after we tell ourselves we won't do that again.
But we will.
Yeah. So beverage of choice is just regular Diet Pepsi. We haven't gone for the to the max because it does make me quite hyperactive, and as you've seen, I probably come across a little bit hyperactive anyway. That's just me. On Pepsi Max, it's like tartrazine. And, kids, hey kids, if you've never heard of tartrazine, ask your parents.
And they'll go, oh no, no, you can't have any of that.
Because everybody knew that kid at school who climbed the walls if you gave him orange cordial. And if they didn't know who it was them.
you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's just so much you can get out of this hobby. Now, I learnt a lot of my woodworking skills out of railway modelling. And, when you step away from railway modelling, those skills are great. I've done so much work around the house. I built all your custom shelves, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
So, all custom shelves that are just full of PS2 games. And they're designed so that the games fit nice and neatly and there's no empty wasted space. And stuff like that, it gives you the confidence to do. And I think confidence as well, I meant to say it before, but confidence too is a very, very important thing that, making models gives you the confidence to achieve.
It really does, yes.
Keep talking to the nice people.
I was just sending a message to myself, so I've got the pictures that we're going to show in a moment. Of the box file layout as it stands at the moment. I will be making videos on it, but I haven't so far because basically we haven't had time yet. It's one of those odd things. We just don't have time to do as much as we'd really like to do, and then we end up with backlogs of hobbies.
Yeah, and you think, isn't that a lovely situation to be in? But yeah, it's like, unfortunately, if you make your hobby your job, then actually
You never have a hobby again.
Yeah, you never have a hobby again. So for the last couple of months, actually, it's been really busy. We've had a lot of things in for review, and before you say, "Oh, Jenny's getting free stuff again," had to send a lot of them back. All of them, I think. No, I think most of them. But also other projects as well on the go. A lot of stuff's been going on. But anyway, today we're going to be doing a bumper. Let's see what you've been doing on your layouts as well. But the monkey, actually, you're sharing in the gallery today.
I will be.
And there's something about the Monday Club. It is your online model railway club, and we love to hear from you guys what you're up to. Don't forget that you can send in a link. It needs to be a link. Don't send the actual videos and attachment because it won't get through. but send a link to where you're hosting your video on a streaming site, like YouTube and that. If you send it to zoe.robinson@gmail.com, and really important, we can't stress this enough, please put Monday Club as the title of your email. This enables the Cupboard Monkey to actually find these quite quickly. And this is, when we get people go, oh, did you get my video? Did you get my video? And we didn't. It's usually because people didn't put Monday Club in the title.
These things happen.
So, are you wanting me to bring that up on screen?
So, I thought we'd first talk about, before we go into the video sharing, because we've got 10 minutes before that would show the Monday Club box file layout. This is the first one that I'm building.
And there's not the box file layout. This is one of the box file layouts. The box file
layout is made of multiple box files. Yeah. That's the point. Everyone can make their own.
Anybody. There is no restrictions. And before you think I don't really model Engage, 009 as well. All that we ask is that you have it so that the trains can pass through. So you need a track at each side.
At each side.
Have you pinned a post in the Facebook group?
I have.
So there is a pinned post.
The track that you see here is not yet pinned down. This is me working out where I can place things, which is why there's no track on this bit here.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. So this is what I've got so far. We have the Metcalfe Brewery, and then we have the Metcalfe factory kits.
They are actually really good.
So good.
In Engage, can I just say, the factory kits that you see there with the flat roof, it's like they're made to go in box files.
They fit right into the box file.
They are the height, perfect height.
The tower isn't. The top of the tower is over it, so that's going to be an issue.
And actually, the tunnel mouths as well are the right height. It's almost like some canny person at Metcalfe has gone, let's make these so they're also a perfect fit for box file length.
I think it's just a coincidence.
Success, my friends. I do need to sort that out, actually. I'd love to do a video with the guys at Metcalfe. So anybody from Metcalfe, if you do watch this, or anybody who watches this maybe works for Metcalfe or knows somebody at Metcalfe, do pass it along. We'd love to do an interview and come visit. It's a great range of kits. It's certainly been a massive boon to the hobby. So we would love to do something.
Absolutely.
So you heard that here first.
So we've got the build here, and I'm really enjoying this. I haven't got anything stapled down or glued down here. I will be taking this latch out of the file so that I can make it more fitting, and everything will fit in. And also, I haven't got any ground built up or anything yet, so
that's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
What I would suggest actually is PVA J Cloth Allen has been great with making us aware of this technique using the blue and white. They're like
the J Cloth.
J Cloth. I don't know if what are they called in other countries?
I don't know, but I'm really loving this.
They're like cleaning cloths, but they're very absorbent. They're very cheap. You can buy them in shops in big packs, very, very cheaply. You can cut them up, tear them up, but if you soak them in neat PVA glue, they then ultimately dry really hard, and you can make your terrain out of them. They're really, really versatile.
I was very, very happy with how this came together. So I've got the.
That's a good angle.
I've got the hustle muscle here. This angle is through the.
Yeah. And incidentally, actually,
it's through the tunnel mouth.
It doesn't matter whether you model continental, Japanese, UK, US, Canadian, or wherever. Engage or 009 or HOE, essentially 9mm track, code 80 rail. That's what you need, and the plan is that people can go to model railway exhibitions, model rail clubs, and you can either have your own self-contained little box file and it'll be an exhibit to itself, or you can join them with other people. And I really like the idea that we'll be having meetups, and it doesn't even need to be officially organised. I find that basically that just means Muggins has to organise.
Yeah, that's
something.
The thing with the Monday
Anybody
Club.
can have a Monday Club meetup. All you have to do is get a few Monday clubbers together, and you could do it anywhere. And the beauty of these box file layouts is they're really portable. And
Yes.
I want to actually use this as a basis. For, we talked with Sven van der Hart from Tramfabrique about doing a plan that was originally going to be for Hornby and Model World Series 3, but because that's been cancelled, so we're kind of freed up to do this project on our own. But I really like the idea of having a model railway exhibition on the top of a mountain.
I would love that.
So if you see anybody else going, oh, we're going to do a model railway exhibition on the top of a mountain, they're pinching our ideas.
Yeah, they are. Because that's our idea.
That's ours.
Taking the exhibition with us as we scale the mountain.
Oh, you can have an exhibition on a train. I like that. On your way to
Oh my goodness,
the exhibition.
With a box file, you can just play on the train.
Yeah. But no, you could have like the Monday Club meetup. Say you've all been invited to an exhibition. So you're all going to the exhibition. You could go on the train and you could actually start the fun on the train. And of course, that's what this is all about. We're all about having fun. And that is why you're seeing HST trundling around. Let me bring it up. HST trundling around with an eclectic mix of Mark 1s, Hawksworths and Mansell coaches in between. It's also because I've got no Mark 3s to my name. But are we going back to... I like the way you've done the clouds. Talk us through how you did the clouds on the back there.
Okay, what I did is there's a dark layer of blue.
Uh-huh.
And I completely coated it in blue.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The first thing I did was spray the entire interior of the box file with white primer.
And that was to seal the cardboard.
Seal the cardboard, make sure that whatever I put over the top was on a steady, flat colour.
Yeah, and it makes getting the colours right first time easier, because the thing about cardboard is it would tend to sort of wick up the paint, which in and of itself is not a bad thing.
No, but it wasn't what.
But
the
it doesn't. It's
for.
not fortuitous to you getting your scenery right.
Yeah.
So it just gives it a ceiling layer.
So the first thing I did, all of the sky after the primer was done is in a dark blue, fairly dark blue, not like navy, but reasonably dark blue. I then went over it with a lighter blue once it was dry.
Oh, so you do wait for it to dry.
So there's two layers of blue,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives me a multicoloured sky, because there's always little bits where you miss here
With
and
the
there.
second layer, I take it you're not trying to get a full cover. You're almost a thin layer, so that the darker blue does show through.
It doesn't show through massively, but it means that there are different depths
It's
of
not
sky.
just a mono colour.
Yes. And then, once that was dry,
Yeah.
I got a...
It's a makeup sponge.
It's a makeup sponge. It's one of the pyramidal ones.
And you can buy these quite cheaply in packs from like Boots in the UK.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
them.
Or if you've got a bit of
supermarkets.
foam around, just cut a corner off.
Actually, yeah, a lot of places use foam as packaging if you're buying yourself a locomotive.
But it's a very spongy form. It's got to be spongy. It's got to be able to compress.
Yes.
So what I did when I got that is...
And it's fairly soft. It's not a hard foam. It's a soft.
It's a very, very soft form.
Yeah,
I got a bit of white paint. All of this is acrylics, white paint, and then I took the majority of the paint off and then started dabbing. And some of it's dab here, dab everywhere. Some of it's dab thicker, some of it's dab thinner. And then
But it's a great technique for doing clouds. I mean,
and
I remember
I've got some that are very wispy because there's hardly any white paint there, and then some that's thicker where it had more.
Yeah, see, I mean, I'm 45, but I remember in nursery school all those years ago, one of the things that they taught us to do was doing clouds with sponges.
Yeah, sponge clouds.
That's always been a thing. Yeah, that's quite an old technique, but it's
a very old,
effective.
It's a very old technique, and that's exactly what I did with that, and it works.
So, that's the Monday Club box file project. That's the plan that we've got. There's quite a few people, actually, I've noticed posts appearing on the Facebook group. So it's really, really great to see people getting involved in this. And, if you don't have space at home for a permanent layout, this is a great way of doing it. And it's also good if you say in a rented house, you can't do what we've done here with Weir Yard. this is a great way of having something mobile. I know people who are in the armed forces move around a lot. This is a great way of doing it, and when you're done with your modelling session or your running session, close the lid. You even just put it back on a shelf.
Slide it back on a shelf. I have thought about.
Have it in your office.
I actually did consider making up the cover of the box file. Unfortunately, it wouldn't work for this project because it would thicken the outside of the box and therefore lift it up a bit.
Well, you're going to put like a spine on it. Be like
put a spine on it and a
the
leather
art
coating.
Of model railways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can store it on a shelf.
Yeah.
It would look beautiful.
Although actually, if you're in an office environment, layout in a box file, it'll just blend in on the shelves. It's brilliant. But I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing videos and photos of what people are doing, but also when people have organised like little meetups. And there's nothing stopping people from taking these to model rail exhibitions. And if you've never exhibited at an exhibition before, this is a golden opportunity to get into doing this. And with the box file layout, believe me, it's dead easy. And the golden rule for me with going to exhibitions is you want something you can set up and take down really quick.
Yeah.
Because when you get there, set it up and running, done, dusted, trains running, I'm off round the trade whilst everybody else is still setting up. And when you're done, I think my record is 10 minutes from end of show to see you next year. 10 minutes.
Yeah, and everyone's looking at you like...
They're looking at you like, what? I'm just like 6 hours ahead of this, and then we're going to load it on the trailer, take it home, unload it.
Did you use all of my loose stone walling? Engaged loose stone walling?
No, there's a... Oh, do you want a piece for your box file?
Yeah.
There's a piece there. You only gave me 2, and I only used 1. So there you are.
I'll have to pick some up from the shop.
Yeah. Look, don't worry.
Nuffy's models, I'm coming.
Yeah, don't worry your pretty little head there. Right, how are we doing? So
we're an hour in.
And I think we should start on showing some of you guys' stuff.
I really enjoyed showing off my layout. I see why people love this section.
It's good, isn't it? See,
it's not even anywhere near finished.
Can I just say, I get to show mine off every week.
But hey, by the way, Jen, where is my N gauge ballast?
N gauge? Is this it? Let's have a look. Engage. There you go.
Engage ballast, thank you. I think there's another one.
Yeah, there is.
This is my light grey blend of Engage ballast.
Yeah.
I have another one. I got it from DCC Concepts.
Oh, right.
An age ago.
I'm looking at there's a box full of trains, but they're not. They're empty boxes. So
that is my
Engage.
This is my brownish blend.
You've got 2 different colours, so that you could have a bit of
different
texture going on.
Yeah, I think it'll be useful for my.
Oh yeah. So that's great, actually. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm getting your rubbish out of it.
Speaking of stuff, where's my magazine with all the planned potential
I don't
Pico
know.
layouts?
We'll come across it eventually.
She nicked it.
We'll find it eventually.
She nicked it. She's put it in here and then claims that you claimed you'd found it the other day and then you wouldn't give it to me.
No, that's not true. I said I thought I might have found it, but I didn't. Right, anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, these people are sat there...
dressing.
No, these people, these lovely people of the Monday Club are sat there waiting, expectantly, wanting to see what other Monday Clubbers have been up to.
So we've got one from Chris Morris, who's a short video of his N-gauge trains.
Oh, wow.
This looks gorgeous, like seriously.
Absolutely. So we're just going to wait for the adverts to finish. So,
oh my goodness!
Oh, hold on! I brought it up. Quicker than. Oh, sorry.
This is nice. Beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Again, it shows just what you can achieve in N-gauge.
Hold on. That's the edge of the. I've got to go back a little.
That was a beach.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a.
Is that going down to the beach, or
down,
is that the edge of the model?
No, that's like a seawall, like a.
Oh, that was really well done.
Oh, this is lovely.
This is gorgeous.
Oh, wow. Oh,
look at the lighting. It's just amazing.
This is really nice. It reminds me a bit of Totnes.
So this is N-gauge. Oh, look at all the little cars.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of a high mech. This is really nice.
I like that locomotive. What is that, Jen?
That's a Class 35
We
high
need
mech.
one of them.
I've got one.
No, we need one in N-gauge.
Well, I suppose you can open. But no, this is no playing with my little train set. Oh, the man is modest as well. That is really nice. And you know,
This
if
is
you
so
hadn't have said
good.
it was N-gauge, I would have just assumed it was 00.
This
Now
is-
that is a class 22. I
He's
think.
got stuff in the wagons as well.
I think they're Grampus wagons, which are engineers' wagons. Bit of a bounce there.
Various bits
This
in
is
them. though, which is
nice.
Mm.
This is a really nice layout.
Oh, look at the water!
Look at that. It reminds me a bit of, of Totnes crossed with somewhere like Dodge. I like that where you've got. I do that. It looks a little bit more like a tidal estuary, but
Yeah.
really, really nice. And look at that scale acceleration on DCC. You can set this up with the speed curves. That looks to be a class 101. But that's really nice. I do like the
I
footbridge.
like all the posters on the walls on the station as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
It looks in use.
You
and
can almost,
busy and
in your
active.
mind's ear, hear that thing revving.
Mind's ear, I like that.
Well, it's not your mind's eye. It's like, what? Listen to the colours, man. That is really
Listen to the
nice.
shapes, dude.
I like the little underbridge as well. This is really nice.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. This is really, really nice. I like this layout. Oh, wow. And the carriage sidings behind us. Oh, right.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was
Yeah.
really, really enjoyable.
So that's Chris Morris with
Oh,
Dawlish Warren.
Warren. 1968 and N-Gauge. That
That
is
is
really,
so
really good.
good.
So thank you so much for sharing that with us. So next one up, we've got Gary Rawson. This was sent Sunday, 24th of March. So we're actually getting
We're
close
yeah.
to up to date. It says, evening, Jenny, Zoe, Topsy, and Gandalf. Well,
Hello there.
Topsy is excited, always loves being name checked. I hope you're all well. Hope you enjoyed your time at the Keithley show. Absolutely, absolutely. It was my first visit and thought it was a good day. The natural light from being in the greenhouse was great for photos. Yeah, it's a bit like the bus museum that the LNYDCC show was always in. Really great lighting. The only trouble is like literally you're in a greenhouse, so when the sun comes out, it gets a bit hot. So definitely will go again. I found a few nice deals, which at the bigger show I never really see, but I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Yeah. For me, there was some great retailers there. Ellis Clark Trains was there with the Clark Railworks stand, Freising Hall Models, and a new one actually at Craig at Iron Horse Railways has it's actually been and visited and done a video there. But it's lovely to see new model shops opening up in the hobby.
It says, thank you for showing my last video. When I sent it in, I've got my channel past 500 subscribers.
Oh, that's
Congratulations. Well
We-
done.
See, that's one of the big things. We like to help people in the hobby. We're
Yes.
here for the hobby.
Yes.
And it's about promoting the hobby and not being gatekeepers.
Yeah. The last thing this hobby needs is gatekeepers. We don't
No.
want a gate
We
at
need
all.
gatekeepers
We need-
like we need a chocolate teapot.
We need to open gates. No one at them, apart from people coming in.
Maybe one or two people are just going, no, you're fine, go in. Oh, lovely to see you. Come on in.
So here
You're
we
a
go.
troll. Get lost.
So I always love this one because he's got the intro with a little sign
It's like Thomas the Tank
in the
Engine.
in the layout, and I love it.
This is really nice.
How cool is that?
Do you hear the Thomas the Tank Engine music in your head? For that?
I do.
Where's the you need a windmill. I'm sorry, there's got to be a windmill there.
So we've got a nice big run-in session.
There we
What's
go.
that? Is that some kind of big thin oil tanker?
Hard to tell actually.
This lozenge
I
thing,
can say it's some kind of tanker.
It's interesting.
So
Look
this is fun. I like a curved station and you
Oh,
see
it
the
is a
sides,
curved
The
station,
sides of the
yeah.
rails
Oh.
painted in the rust brown
Look
colour.
at that the little village that's on the plinth. That's so cool. I love it.
And great disguising of the cross members that the loft's made of as
Yeah.
well. Painting them blue is a really good idea. In fact, that's what I did over there. See?
Yeah, I love this.
This is
A
nice. And
curved
again,
station. I would never have thought of doing a station on a curve.
It's a little bit trickier because you've got to make sure you've got the clearances. But yeah, no, it's good. And
Yeah.
it's a great way of making full use of the space available.
Yeah. I really like that. This is really good.
I do like the Fowler 4P tank, but I didn't have much luck. I bought one and it turned out to be faulty, so I had to go back. Oh, I'll get one eventually. So I mean, this is nice. There's clearly a lot of work going into this. I like you can see the rails painted with a rust-coloured paint on the sides of the rails. Really does make them look good. So this is a model layout in progress, and that's what I love about the Monday Club is that we get to see people's works in progress. And really great at giving inspiration. You can see there the quality of the scenery as it's going in. That is really nice. And look at this, is great. The viaducts. Wow. That's one of the things I must admit that I
like
really...
his clouds. Look at that.
Yeah. I must admit that I really wish that I'd done a little bit more vertical height, but it's a bit of a trade-off up here because I needed the space under the baseboards for the fiddle yard and for storage of boxes, empty boxes.
Yeah, the fiddle yard that you don't ever use.
Well, it's full of stuff. It is storing stuff, so it's doing a really great job of storing stuff. I like that mill building.
I like
a
those
lot
rocks.
of great height. Height is very important on model railways.
I like those rocks on the side. It's really nice.
This is actually a really nice model,
It
and
really is.
it's clearly coming together really well. And
The
that's one
multiple
of the,
levels. The top has the village on it.
the Wills viaduct kits are great.
That is amazing.
I just wish I had space for a Wills.
Just reminds me of something I experienced as a kid. A viaduct like that, and someone had somehow managed to scale up it,
right?
climb along the underside of the viaduct, and hang a rope swing down. So you had a huge rope swing that went straight out onto the viaduct and then right back to where there was a bit of ground. It was fantastic.
This is lovely. Really liking this. Look at that. A real sense of depth. And those cottage, those I like the gardens. You see, you got the vegetable garden, the greenhouses. That's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
The greens are so beautiful. I love it.
So yeah, nice. This is going to be nice when it's all scenic. So because I mean the quality where those viaducts are and the mill and the village, really, really nicely done. And there's a point there in the foreground. There's clearly plans for expansion. I'm really interested to see what you do.
Yeah, where's
with
it
this.
going next? Off on another adventure.
And I think there's a lot of stuff in this where you look at it and think, I could do something like that.
And that's another thing that I love about the show.
Yeah,
Everyone looks at it and goes, I like that. I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do something like that. I could use some techniques from that on my layout to do this, that, and the other. I love that part of it. That's why it's a proper club, you know?
Yeah. Oh, these are great. These viaducts are really,
beautiful.
really nice.
That is one thing that you really wish you could have on a layout, isn't it? A viaduct of that size.
Yeah. It was something I thought about doing, but there's just nowhere it was practical. Unfortunately, it's either have a big marshalling yard or have dramatic scenery. And I think you're committed to doing a lot of changing of what's on the tracks and having a lot of
Is that a
story.
water wheel at the back?
Not sure.
There.
It might
or a
be
mining wheel?
I think that's like a pit head wheel.
The pithead, yeah, that's what I mean. That is cool.
I like this. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of interest.
There's a lot going on here. Absolutely there is.
Ah, the old Ellen Wide pug.
Beep beep.
Number 11216. Nice. Oh, I like that. So there's this. I'm guessing that's just a scenic piece of track on the bridge above. But again, that's something actually I wish that I put here is the idea of having a branch line on a bridge above. Not necessarily working. Oh, I've got one of those, the working daypole.
They're great.
You need to run them on a lot lower voltage than Pico.
Yeah,
Not Pico, a daypole recommended.
I remember.
Mine still works.
I remember the amount of people that were complaining about them.
The problem was Daypole made a rod for their own back because it says like run on 16 volts, but actually you can run it down to about 2 or 3 volts and it works just fine.
And it works just fine, yeah.
And anything it's the I think they used the wrong spec capacitor, so the electrolytic capacitor is only good up to 10 volts. So if you're running it on 16, it goes
It'll
pop.
burst. Yeah.
And anybody who remembers electrolytic capacitors in school, you
don't want
over
them
voltage them, they have a habit of exploding.
That's a nice angle.
Yeah,
Right, this is a very, very long video.
Oh, sorry, I was
So I'm
getting
gonna
carried
jump
away. I
on
was really enjoying this.
To another bit.
Oh, look, there's like a dock there. I like that.
Yeah. With a little ship that's just sat there, overgrowing, because now there's stuff growing on it. That's
right,
really
yeah,
cool. Not ship, a little boat.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering where could I put a bridge marching across the scenery with another track on it. Yeah, no, there's a problem. There isn't anywhere.
You would have to.
Oh
my goodness, God,
I love
railway.
it. I love it. I love the bridge. Oh, is that one from War World Scenics? That's lovely.
Hang on, that wasn't Garden Rail. That was on his layout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is still the same layout. We've moved further down, I think.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
Oh.
And you've only got 500 subscribers. How are more people not subscribed? Get in there.
I'm really enjoying this. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. This is an amazing layout. Really is.
So good.
Multiple levels, lots of intricate stuff going here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
And bridges. Never had too many
Absolutely
bridges.
beautiful.
I mean, I've got a few bridges. I've got the rail over and under bridge over there. That's all right.
Your only way of getting a bridge in would be to have to do something like coming right out of that corner and across.
It would have to be like a big viaduct.
Your problem is it will dominate.
There is that, yeah. You put it in and go, oh, actually, it just kind of draws the eye too far.
Yeah.
There's the ways and means. I like the idea of a viaduct, but I think I have to acknowledge that I don't have anywhere to put it. But I love what you've done with this. This is a fun layout.
That is good.
And nice use the tunnel into the back scene like that is a great way of giving this suggestion that the scenery goes on. With all the trees on top and everything. This is good. This is really good.
Right, we have to move on now. Thank you so much for.
I'm enjoying this.
I know you are, but it's a very, very long video.
Definitely do check out this channel and subscribe. Watch the videos. Definitely, really loving this. But
thank you so much for sending that in.
So much for sending that in. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
So that's Rawstone Model Railway.
How many? So he's got 520 subscribers. We need to get him up to at least 1,000 because when you get to 1,000, it opens the door on various other things. And definitely, I thoroughly enjoyed that.
More people need to see him.
Absolutely. So, who have we got next? This is Peter Chitty.
And he's from which railway? This is Let's Make Tracks.
Let's Make Tracks, and
he's part of the
TT120 Club. So it's like, evening ladies, Topsy and Gandalf. Oh, Topsy is getting really excited because he keeps getting name checked all the time.
Hello, Topsy.
Yes, and Gandalf as well.
Hello there.
And Gandalf, just in case anybody's arrived late, this is a pre-record. We keep forgetting to remind
late,
people.
You say?
Yes.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. But no, it's just to remind people, if you've not guessed already, I'm sure people in the comments have told people, have gone, why is the chat not on screen? This is a pre-record because we thought we'd have a little bit of time off to ourselves. We were shattered. we like at least 6 years non-stop.
It's been a long
And
time.
I mean non-stop, and we just reached a point where it's just getting exhaustion. So
Yeah.
we've decided to have a couple of weeks off. Doesn't mean that the video content stops, but obviously with the live stream, it's kind of hard to for it to not be so obvious. So we've pre-recorded a couple of live streams just to keep things going. But that's why there's no chat on the screen.
Yep.
But it does mean that you can see a little bit more of Weir Yard without obstructions. That's actually quite a good angle. You should leave the camera there. I quite like that.
Okay. So
anyway, Peter Chitty says,
from
evening,
Let's Make Tracks.
says, evening ladies, Topsy and Gandalf. I've just finished my newest video, converting a TT120 A4 William Whitelaw into Union of South Africa. So basically, take a model that is available and turn it into the model that you want, but isn't currently available. And of course, Union of South Africa, one of the 6 preserved A4s, so an obvious candidate that a lot of people would like in model form in TT120. It's a walkthrough, so you probably want to skip to 1410 unless you want to see how much I messed up the first set. And don't worry about
Never
that.
feel like you're messed up. It's a learning curve. It always is. So let's have a look at this. This is him
Hit the
putting on,
lever.
There's various alterations to it. So he's using Fox transfers,
Yeah, and
And
this
it's,
is the thing. It's like, again,
going straight in there.
model, doing model railways, it gives you a lot of confidence to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the better you get at it. The more, and what you find in life is, the more confident you are, the easier things seem to be.
Absolutely. So is
So,
he adding those transfers or removing ones that are over? He's adding them, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, what's gone on here?
That seems like a very, very close up.
I think it's. Had it lifted something? I don't know.
It will have.
So,
So let's
I'm
jump on to see
guessing
how he's done it.
that's like fixing it. So that'll be like a decal fix.
Yeah, decal fix is great.
Yeah.
Now he's
And then-
taken off the
So these are like etched nameplates. So William Whitelaw is 60004 from memory, and they've got etched Union of South Africa nameplate. And one of the
they're from
advantages to
silver
this,
tay models, so he's getting in there with these
and you've got to be
scalpel, yeah.
careful when taking them off the
Yes.
fret, because you don't want to distort them.
Oh my goodness, no.
So super sharp scalpel is the way ahead with these. And one top tip, when you're renaming things like A4s, the best A4s to pick outside of ones which have the right chimney, you need either to choose whether you're wanting double or single chimney, is actually the ones with the shortest name are the easiest ones to do.
Yes.
Because if you're putting a long nameplate, so there you've got Union of South Africa is quite long, it hides any marks. So really impressed with this. That's an interesting idea, using a cotton bud to put on what I assume is super glue. And that's actually,
That's
is that super?
really nicely done.
I don't think that's super glue.
Probably something like Unibond or something, isn't it?
Or yeah, Yoo-hoo or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's coming together. Oh, they always land right where you don't blooming want them to land.
Unfortunately, yes.
But I always say don't use super glue because it doesn't give you time to adjust.
Yeah, you want something that gives you clear
Yeah.
when it's put on.
And so there goes on the Union of South Africa nameplates. And just very carefully manipulate them, get them glued in. But a long nameplate like that is it's a lot better than a short one. Your problem comes if you want to rename it as... I'm trying to think of one of the short names, like Guillemot. If you wanted Guillemot, then or Seagull, then you're much more limited on what you can really start out with.
It's going to be really difficult for you. So we're going to see.
Do we get to see it running on the layout?
We do.
Oh
Here
yes.
it is. Beep beep.
I do like the TT120.
TT120 is wonderful.
Yeah. So I think I've got.
He's got the Flying Scotsman on the front of it.
I can't remember which one I've got. I do have one of the TT120 A4s. But I can't remember for the life of me which one it is.
And it looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There we go.
I can't remember. It might even be William Whitelaw. That is nice.
Really nicely done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing us how to do that.
Absolutely.
And it gives me the confidence to actually try it myself sometime.
They're nice Pullmans.
When I'm thinking about it, because I would worry about breaking something. But seeing it laid out that way gives me confidence to give it a try sometime.
Yeah. Oh, so what's the other A for in blue? Is that Falcon? Could be Falcon.
Don't.
Sir Nigel Gresley. Right. So Falcon is going to get turned into Sir Nigel Gresley.
Nice.
Lovely. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
What a nice little teaser at the end. Coming soon. Sir Nige.
Yeah. Right. Who have we got next? Simon Poole, long-time contributor to the channel. Says, good evening, Jenny, Zoe, Gandalf, Topsy, and Les, who is in the modelling dungeon.
Shut, Les.
Get down, Les. Get down.
Get me some jab light whittled.
My offering to the cult of Gronks.
Gronk it up! Gronk it up! Gronk it up!
Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes.
The cult is not a cult for legal and tax purposes. Mileage may vary.
Not a cult from the Modern Image O-Gauge exhibition at the Crewe Heritage Centre in March 2024. Thank you for the Monday Club, and remember to gronk it up.
Gronk it up,
oh yes.
it up. So this is Simon Trains. So he's outside with a big choo-choo. Choo-choo.
They're class 20s.
Is that one big choo-choo, or is he standing in front of two so that it looks like they're one joined together?
Class 20s. Now, this is actually, I think this was last weekend.
Wow.
Ballon Road. Now, I'm sure I filmed this layout before. It's a lovely layout.
That looks so real.
Those are the Hellion tankers. I've actually got one, not in that livery, but I've got one in, I think, in like a red Charrington's livery.
The lighting is so good.
It is, actually. But look at the grass as well, the overgrown grass and stuff. This is nice. So that's a class 20. With some bogey bolsters. They look like the EVs, so they would be bogey bolster E's, which I think they're the Daypole ones. I must get myself some. I do quite like them, but I don't actually have any.
Oh,
and look, Ellis Clark press flow there, but Gronko. I do love those 16-ton mineral
the textures on the buildings and the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
Well, that's the beauty with O-Gauge. Newcroft in O-Gauge. I filmed this one at the Keithley show.
I like his vending machine at the back as well.
I like the garden. Look at the little garden on the platform, like the flower garden.
I used to help out at a place. I got too ill to keep going.
Oh, is it West Horton Station?
West Horton Station. I got too unwell to keep going. And then lockdown happened and it just stopped.
That's a shame, really. You put a lot into West Horton.
I really liked it. The team is still doing it.
Oh, yeah.
They're still there. It's just I no longer have the time or the ability.
Yeah, regional railways. Look, it's a lovely livery. So that's a Mark II.
Intercity's better.
It's a Mark II BSO by the look of it.
I like it. It's got a lot of people in it. It's nice.
Are they Mark IIs or are they Mark 1? I'm just looking for the curvy. No, I think it's hard to tell.
Looking for the curvy.
My mojo's gone.
Wow.
I'm normally pretty good at telling Mark 1s and Mark 2s apart.
Interesting bridge slope there.
56.
Cool.
Oh, this is a 31. Oh, in regional railways, I've got a 31 in regional railways. That looks like a Mark II with the. I'm going to say Mark II, but I'm actually struggling to tell. Mark IIs. I'm going to say Mark IIs. Oh, Gronk! Oh, look at the weathering on that. That is Gronktastic.
That's a hard-working Gronkomatic.
Oh, yeah. I like the Class 04 shunter in like an industrial livery. That's quite nice. Oh, yes! Toot toot. And the HTO
they're looking so good as well.
Yeah, really nice. I like this.
Their colours are. I'm loving it.
I don't know what that loco would be. That's quite an interesting one. It has a look of a Class 01, except it's an 060. And I like the little underpasses, the like little culverts. Oh, that's a really nice little I'm assuming it's an 04. Yeah, I'm looking at the front cab windows. That's an 04 shunter. But that's quite nice. Quite nice. The weathering is great on this.
Yeah.
Oh, Woodhead. A Woodhead one with the Class 76s. Netherwood sidings. Oh, this is lovely.
It really is. The
Look at
depth
that.
on that is extraordinary as well.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see where it blends into the back scene. It just looks deep. It's really good.
A nice mixed parcels train. Standing
I bet
50
getting all
foot.
those wires together took a while.
I bet, yeah. Doing it across baseboard joins must be a thankless task. And that's a 25, I'm going to say 25, yeah, 25. I like that. The 76 with the inspection saloon. Oh, this is nice.
It is so good.
Actually, this looks to have been a really good exhibition.
It really does. I'm enjoying
It's
it.
a peak
The lighting is
with
perfect.
Mark 1s.
We're jumping on a little bit. Ooh, the texturing. Ooh, I love that.
That's the thing about O gauge. Is that a class 40? I'm thinking that's a 40. Yes, it's 40. The thing about O gauge is that you can do a lot with the scenery because things are bigger.
Yeah,
It's easier to get the textures and the depth of detail. I really like O gauge, it must be said. This is nice.
yeah. It
Now
looks.
that's a
It looks like a
33.
working place.
Plus 33, yes it is. There's a lot going on with this. 47 in the background.
Ooh,
Diesel fueling point.
what's the guy doing kneeling down toward the train? Is he bowing to the
Praying.
Gronks?
Bow down before the Temple of Gronks. I don't know, he's like,
It's almost like, you maniacs, you blew it up.
you dirty, dirty maniacs. Class 50 with the 55 behind that.
They're having a race. The red
No,
Gronk and the
37.
blue Gronk had a
40.
race.
40! I got there in the end.
Oh my goodness, remember that time that Scale Extric put a Gronk on a Scale Extric track?
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Oh, there's so many Gronks.
So
I
many
love
O
Gronk.
gauges as well.
Well, yeah, it was an O-gauge show. This is great. I like this. I need to get myself one of the Dapol BEV bogey bolsterees that they do in O-gauge. I think that would be lovely for the Darden Railway. So that one's a class 20 on the left, and that's a Gronk, of course, with a Stanier brake van. Gronk, Gronk, Gronk. This is nice. The point
It really
levers,
is.
and I like the security fencing. You just see it down there in the foreground. That's really
What's
nicely
it
done.
carrying?
Well, that's a
Piping?
OBA with pipes in.
Yeah.
But that's a high-end OBA. They're normally on the Plasmore block freight. That's
Very
so it looks
interesting.
like pipes.
Thank you so much for sending this in. We can't show the whole thing,
Oh,
so I'm
it's
going to
another
skip it on
Gronk.
to something that's really bright at the end. Ooh.
So that's a class. I'm
That
gonna
looks
say
like a nice cricket
59.
field.
Yeah, that's a 59.
That's an interesting looking shape on the end of that logo.
Yeah, well, a Class 59 introduced late 80s, privately owned by Foster Yeoman originally. Later, these ones were sold to National Power. They're the forerunner of the Class 66. Arguably more powerful.
Intercity. Best
That's an
livery.
auto baluster, is it?
Intercity is the best.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I love that. That HST is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thoroughly enjoying these, actually.
really is
We've got a
nice.
really good crop. So how are we doing on time?
We've got 27 minutes left.
Oh, plenty of time. So there's the Euro Phoenix 37. So this is a much more
Interesting
modern
looking
image
thing.
one.
Mm.
And you can see that it's like much cleaner and neater on the track work. But no, it's really nice. Interesting back scene, gives a great depth without actually needing the depth. Now there's a class 1, 2, 2? Or is that a 1, 2, 1? I never tell them apart. Beep, beep. But that's really nice. Gronk in the foreground, of course. Gronk it up! Gronk it up! Gronk it up! Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes. No number on it, though.
Interesting tower in the background there.
It's like some kind of disused
Cooling tower?
like chimney.
Yeah.
That's nice. There's no running number on that. That's most peculiar. It's got the Cockney Sparrow, though.
It's a free Gronk. It doesn't need a number. I am not a number. I am a free Gronk. Thank you so much for sending that in, Simon. That was great.
Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed.
And there was a nice little tram on the thumbnail for. Here's another one you might want to watch. I do love a tram. I need to get an N-gauge tram. I don't have one.
They'd be quite small. I don't know anybody who does one. Certainly not motorised. So this is from Dinmore Junction.
He says, I thought you might like to see 2 of my Gronks. We would.
Oh yeah, 2 Gronks, no waiting. So bring that in. Oh! Boom!
That is wonderful.
Oh,
that is so good.
Yeah, can I just say, if you wanted to mass produce those with our blessing,
yes,
with our blessing, that is brilliant.
Just send us one. We want to see it.
Yeah, just send us a couple.
That
we'll
is
slap
so
them on the tray.
cool.
I love that.
I'm really, really impressed. You've done great work.
I love those head codes. Really well done.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much.
That is so cool. Well done, man. Well done.
Yeah. 2 Gronks, no waiting.
Yeah.
So who we got next?
Next up we have Gordon Hanning.
The latest video, it says Backman Class 22. I'm not aware of Backman doing
this. This is Hanning's Rest, if you want to bring it up.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at a Backman 22.
The Backman don't do it. It can't be a Backman didn't do it. No, that's a Daypole.
Are you sure?
I'm going to call Daypole on that. Daypole? Yeah. Okay, I'll tell him. Yeah, it's a Daypole one.
It says ye.
But no, this is nice. Great
it
fun
really
layout.
Is. It's nice.
Lovely,
I do like it.
Fun layout. Love your grass.
I like the buildings.
Yeah.
Got a bit of character. Nice.
That's a
beep beep.
Yeah, I love it. I've got that's a 22 there. See.
All right.
Lovely models. I need to get more. More. I like the cattle dock as well.
Yeah, I thought that was a cattle dock.
One of the hallmarks of those is the track in front is like flush with the top. They have it sort of like paved, so that when all the poo falls out from the cows, you can easily sweep it up.
There's another one. Beep beep. It's nice.
That is a lovely model.
It's got some good texturing on the ballast as well.
I do love a Class 22. Old Sad Eyes. The North British baby warship.
He's done his chimneys on those kits better than I have.
Yeah.
I am terrible at the Metcalf chimneys. I've stopped doing them.
That's nice.
They look good, yeah.
And nice fun layout. And it's a really good model, actually. The Daypole
it really
22. Is. It's one of my favourite models that Daypole have done for quite a while, actually.
Oh, here's one.
And that one, is that a D class or a D? Oh, look, Monday Club. Monday Club wagon on tour.
Love it. Love it.
It's always great to see the Monday Club wagons turning up on your layouts.
Although I have to admit, the video that I still remember fondly in my head was that one. I think it was Melchester, who sent us a video of look, all these locomotives are visiting to see the Monday Club, and then Thomas the Tank Engine just roared up on top of another locomotive.
Toot toot.
It was great.
Yeah, so look, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Absolutely.
Absolutely wonderful.
So,
hang on, go back.
Oh, wait.
We've got some more stuff.
Oh, hold on.
What we're seeing now, we've got little cars coming in.
Plenty of cars. Oh, petrol station. Well, they've got to fill up somewhere.
Nicely done. What's
Na-
this? National
petrol.
Yeah.
Okay. And low loader with a thingy on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never underestimate a thingy on the back of your low loader.
It's an interesting looking vehicle, that one.
Yeah, well, it's an oldie worldy low loader.
Yeah. We don't get to see many of that sort of thing anymore, do we?
Well, I know things have moved on.
What is
But
that?
now look, that's a thingy. It's not a mechanical horse.
That's
is
a thingy.
Yeah, well, obviously it is. So look,
British Road Service is nice.
thank you so much for sharing
It's nice
that
to
with
see
us.
the extra vehicles sometimes, you see.
Yeah. Right. So who
Thank you so
do
much for sending
we
that in.
have next?
Well, that is the question, isn't it?
So Mark Saunders. Let's have a look. Oh no.
Ah, so that was a message about deleting something from the chat a couple of weeks ago. That's fine, no worries. So what we've got here is Benjamin Tomlinson unleashing the power of the Silver Lady, a double header.
Oh gosh.
This is Steamtronics.
Yeah, but that
The
Silver
Silver
Lady
Lady.
is the same locomotive that we took to. I
A large number
did
of people.
across a biggest little railway in the world. It was a Silver Lady that was used for that. Actually, there were 3.
Yes, the magic of television.
Yeah, there were 3.
There's a
And
reason
there
you
was-
guys weren't officially allowed the world record.
Yeah, there was 3 and a lot of spare parts.
Oh, we've got to be careful. Wrong leaves on the line.
Apparently, after that TV series, there was quite a long waiting list for them. They proved, for Roundhouse, it was great free advertising. Well, it wasn't quite free. Obviously,
Here we go.
yeah,
This is lovely. These little things are amazing.
yeah. I could do with something like that for the garden, a remote control little thing to chug round. The Mamod
Beep, beep.
just
The Mammoth was so funny. It just bounced.
yeah, warp speed.
Here we
Boink.
go. Boof, boof. It's been 50 years since I got to do this. Whee! And there was
Nice
off like
double header.
the clappers.
Mm. I suppose you set them both.
Is
to
that where he's
respond
going to put a station, do you think?
I
Where that...
don't know. Well, why don't you ask him?
All right. Is that where you're going to put a station where that stuff was? Oh, there's a little building already.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
This looks fun. This looks like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, model live steam is a great deal of fun. I mean, the Mamod was fun. It just wasn't really controllable. Was the problem?
We had a lot of fun with it in the in the kitchen until
We-
I had to clean the floor.
Yeah. Oh, that takes me back. Whenever I see a Silver Lady, my brain goes, oh, that's the one from Scotland. But obviously there are many Silver Ladies. It looks like it's losing traction a little bit. Chug, chug, chug. Toot, toot. But this is nice. I'm guessing that this will develop over time, this
Yeah,
area. At
it's
the moment,
nice.
it's a basic oval, but I'm sure that...
He's going to add extra stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Thank you
They're a
so much
lovely-
for sending this
lovely,
in.
lovely model. Thank you so much.
And now they're just off on their own for another adventure.
Yeah. I mean, the one behind it actually is really quite nice.
It's
as well.
tiny.
I bet they're not both Silver Ladies. I'm curious what the one at the back is. I like it.
Did he say?
So a double header with a majestic moose. Ah,
That is very cool. Thank you so much for sending this in. That is amazing.
absolutely. So thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I think we might actually get up to date today.
Yes, we will, because there's one left.
One left. We'll have to do a quick check because I'm sure there's more. So this is from Eric Bray. That hand sign that Jenny used, the loosely clenched fist in an arc from the forehead, means dickhead.
Oh, is that... Were you trying to work out some hand signs?
Oh, the...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scan Man. I was meant to be taking a hat off.
Yeah. Taking a hat off
I'm
is
looking.
a pinching motion like that to take the hat off. Like
I'm,
that.
I'm looking at the screen and I'm thinking, what must he have thought of me? I'm really sorry, Scanman.
Yes.
He's American, so they might be like, oh,
Well, he knows now.
Yeah, oh, right.
And that's it. That's the end of them. That's everything.
Are you sure? Do another search for, because it says 13 on red. Where are those?
Yeah, the ones that are in red are all... And Jenny Kirk's Monday Club has gone live now.
Are they?
Yeah, it's stuff like that. That's why they're still in
We're
red.
up to date? Oh,
Yes.
well, I mean, that's just like, what time are we on? No.
On 8:44.
I mean, it's probably the case. We have pre-recorded two Monday clubs back to back,
Yes.
straight off the
Why
bat.
did you tell them? You could have had the illusion of being able to do it.
Yeah. So look, hey, well, thank you so much for sharing those with us. So, technically, we're not up to date. Can I just say, because over these 2 weeks, people will have sent more in.
That is true.
Yes, but at this moment in time, we're up to date. That's kind of
Yeah.
cool. So thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed those, and actually, that O Gauge show was really good. I
Yes.
enjoyed that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video of all the layouts at the Keithley Model Rail show. Which I thoroughly enjoyed doing, and it's one of the things we do go to a lot of shows. We should put together a playlist of Jenny out and about, and actually have things like where we go to model shops and go to shows. Can we create a new playlist? And put
Yeah,
those...
you can do what you want.
That sounds like work.
Yes. Which
So-
is why I haven't done it.
Yes. What?
Right, so
you
what I'm doing now is
doing?
I'm going to your videos
Yes.
and I'm going to look at the oldest one that we've got of you doing stuff.
Oh no, it's embarrassing.
No, the oldest
Oh,
trains
no,
going by.
watching trains go by.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for you presenting.
Yeah, because I look like a child.
So I thought for the ending,
Can't believe how
people
long.
might like to see how Jenny got
What do
started.
you mean ending? It's like 1:48. We got 12 minutes.
Exactly.
I think these videos are only like about 5 minutes long.
This one's 2 minutes, so I thought
Okay.
we'd show it.
You've not put the sound on, so
No.
Right, go on, press play.
Here we go. This
Do
is
you
a,
remember this
this
intro?
is a Jenny classic.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So this is how you started out.
This
on,
is Trinity Road.
Trinity
And if
Road.
you look at the building above the bridge, that's actually the military establishment. I was
Yeah.
so pleased with that kit bash.
So this was filmed on an iPhone 4.
iPhone 4. Hey kids,
Which
yeah,
I loved.
iPhones did go all the way back to number 1.
I loved because the 4 had a wide side and it was flat.
Yeah.
So you could stand your phone on its side.
Can I just say as well, your editing leaves a lot to be desired. It's
Yeah.
like there's no fades, it's just jump cut.
You've got to remember that the reason we started this channel was because I needed footage to practice editing.
Yeah,
And that's how it started.
I became a big YouTuber by accident.
Yeah. Oh, I fell into it. I can't give you any guides on how to do it because I kind of fell into it.
So this was the layout that I had in my garden shed.
Yeah.
If anybody is new to the channel, and incidentally, if you're wondering, this is a pre-record. We're having a bit of time off.
So if anyone's coming late, Gandalf has a message for you.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
So there I do love that they are. There's the Intercity.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to get the two, which you don't see there. It took me a long time to find them.
It's a very different look, isn't it?
And it's a lot slower video, and we don't really... We just kind of put the camera in one place, and you just get these long shots. And you see the underside of the bridge that the station building and Trinity Road was on. And a Class 20 double heading with a Class 24. I'm not sure that they would ever have
It's no wonder
running
people
multiple.
were griping about you. Like, look at this, she's doing it all wrong.
This is, and that's it.
That's the old logo. It's just JK and slightly in italics.
Yeah.
So that's how you started out.
I'm curious actually. Let's go back on the rewind. What others do we have? I mean, that was.
Nostalgia.
No. Keep scrolling down. I'll tell you which one to pick. Oh, what about The Potato Cam, Class 04 diesel shunter at Cheddleton. Now, this is talk about filmed on a potato.
So this would have been filmed on a BlackBerry.
Yeah, this is... Hey, kids, this is what a video looks like when you film it on a potato.
On a phone that isn't actually a smartphone.
It actually looks like it could be period film from the 1970s, like it's been shot with a really lame cine camera.
Is it actually going to move?
Yeah,
Yes,
there
yes,
it
it is.
goes.
Beep,
So
beep.
this was actually a Class 04 shunter. I think it was an 04. I can't believe just how
I can't tell
Hold
what
on.
shape it is. Oh, now I can.
but that could be video footage shot on an out of focus cine camera in the 1970s.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, that was on at Cheddleton, and I just delivered boiler tubes. Was why I was there. I worked for a company that did steel tubes for things like boilers.
Wow.
So I actually got to a lot of preserved lines because Muggins here brought the boiler tubes whenever they were retubing something.
So you asked some shunting action.
Yeah. I used to go to
Hardcore
the...
shunting action.
I remember going to the Tanfield Railway quite a lot as well. And also the Weardale Railway. I went there. I'm trying to think. And I went to quite a few preserved railways, usually in the northeast. That was my patch. So yeah, no, actually, once it gets in the light, the old potato cam wasn't quite so bad. It's when there's like stuff's in shadow, it just
yeah, it looks like it's gone through water. Is it actually gone through water?
that is water. It had been raining earlier on
Right.
in the day, from what I remember. So
Of course,
yeah.
it can just go through because it's.
Well, yeah, I mean, the ground level is just like cinders and mud and gravel built up to the top of the rails, but it doesn't care.
No, it doesn't.
So
That was actually interesting. I like that.
I like the oldie worldy look of it, actually.
Yeah.
So what else
It's an
can we...
actual period piece.
Yeah,
Right, are
what
we going to
else?
have a final one?
Scroll down, keep scrolling. I'm just
Scroll
curious,
down,
these are
scroll
like
down,
really
scroll down.
old. Oh, what's that? Class 37s and 25s at Trinity Road.
Okay.
I mean, in fairness, it's like we're showing you this to show that we don't start out really great. This
No
was,
one starts out,
What date is on this?
This is
12 years
12
ago.
years. My goodness.
So, and this was back when I was a nobody. I don't think I'd even got like 1,000 subscribers.
No,
fact,
at
I
this
wouldn't
point you
have-
wouldn't have had that many at all. It's only got 1.6 thousand views now.
Why are you getting like hundreds of adverts one after the other?
I don't know. So here we go. So
So
yeah,
this is out in it's actually in a garden shed.
this is before the break-in.
So I would have probably only had
This is before that second bridge.
yeah, this is probably I'd have maybe had a couple of hundred subscribers, if
Yeah.
that. I was not a big YouTuber. I was officially a nobody at this point. Just happily
Who would have been the
doing
big?
my thing.
Who would have been the big names back then? Because the ones that are big now weren't the big ones back
Intercity
then.
82 was
Yeah.
the channel. And
Things
they
change,
just
don't
gave
they?
up. And I know there's personal reasons involved,
These things
which is
happen.
a shame because they were like the big channel.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day when you were.
Did he come back?
It tried to. It didn't last. He
Oh,
did a
that's a
few
shame.
videos and then disappeared again. But I remember you were treated like a rock star if you had 10,000 subscribers back then. It was like it was a different world, and nothing was monetized. So people weren't there to try and get big to make money, and so you didn't get the clickbaity type videos.
Yeah.
It was actually, it had this real
YouTube was a different beast
a real
12 years ago.
friendly vibe.
It
And
had a very social feel to it. And
yeah,
for the
people were
entire
there
site.
because they enjoyed being creative.
Yes. This is very
and I
cool.
miss that. I really
do
do
as well.
miss that. Because people like Wheezy Waiter and
He's
Ray,
still around, but it's
Ray
not
William
the same.
Johnson. I
Oh
remember
my
him when he was
goodness.
small, and
Equals
Mika
three.
Kitty.
Mika Kitty was fun.
Mm.
Ray William Johnson
is the reason why YouTube's copyright system is the way it is.
Why? Because he just used anything he felt like.
He grabbed other people's stuff and then commented on it, and he actually did make a transformative video. But a few people really didn't like that he'd highlighted something that they'd done and sued. And now all of a sudden, YouTube's like, oh, we can't have that anymore. And now we've got the copyright system that we have.
Yeah. So this was Bolton Trinity Road, for anybody who's not really seen it before.
Yeah, this is the one that's in the announcements at the end of the show.
Yes, and this is before it even had the Garden Railway extension.
Yeah.
And it was notionally inspired by Bolton Trinity Street Station. So that's Bradshaw Gate Tunnel. That's looking at Bolton West Junction. So effectively the camera's near enough on the site where the signal box is. That in the foreground is supposed to be the base of the footbridge. So it's sort of right at the point where the footbridge has just been demolished.
And this is all DC as well, isn't it?
Yeah, this is all running on DC. So this is long before I discovered DCC.
No, you knew about DCC. You just weren't interested. I remember you poo-pooing DCC.
Yeah, I was one of the poo-pooers. But yeah, I did a lot of planning when we were doing the book tour, the book signing tour. I'd plan in my notebook between punters the track plan for this. I remember doing it. I remember being sat at Chester doing a book signing, and at just after lunchtime it was a bit of a lull, so I sat and designed the track plan for like the junctions, trying to work out what
you didn't design it in the front of a book and then hand it over to someone, did you? You didn't do what I did one time on an election campaign.
What?
Writing down all the information that I needed to talk to someone about and then accidentally posting it through someone's letterbox along with a leaflet. And then having to knock on the door saying, can I have my notes back, please?
Did they give you them?
They did.
Oh, that's nice. So there, a little bit of a window on ye olde Jenny YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just to show you where I came from, or how I started. Because this is the greatest hobby in the world. What are the comments like on those? Are there actually comments to them?
I don't know. I can look if you want.
No, I'm not interested anymore.
Oh, that's right, Jenny.
You'd be like,
Jen,
you're a poopy pee-pee head.
Look, I said I was sorry.
But on the plus side, it is how we met.
So, Jen, is this the greatest hobby in the world?
Well, yeah, sure. I wouldn't have said. I said for the reasons I detailed before. It gives you a lot of transferable skills in terms of woodworking, planning, confidence, creativity, painting skills, actually working with your hands, physics, electronics, electrics. So many different things. Plus, it's relaxing. It's great for your mental health, and also gives you the opportunity to meet other people and have something in common with them to be able to talk about it. So there's a whole host of different reasons why this is the greatest hobby in the world. In the world.
Fair enough.
There you go. You see, now you know. And that it is true. This is a great hobby, and I know that you guys as well. You've been leaving comments as this video has gone on, and it's great to hear from you guys talking in the chat. Obviously, you've had to talk amongst yourselves because this is a pre-record. But we will be back next week.
Yep.
With your regular Monday club service will resume.
And now that we'll have had a refreshment, we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well, we hope so. That was the plan. Whether it works out like that, I'm not entirely sure.
We made the mistake of telling people that we were going to have some time off, which generally means someone's going to phone you and say, you've got a bit of time, can I borrow you?
I hear you decided to take a rare once in a 6-year break, so we're going to just monopolise your time.
So can I borrow you to move house?
Yeah, I need a piece of you.
I need you to carry this corner.
I need to steal your time.
No, I need to literally move this house. Can you grab an edge?
Oh, what do you like? So, how are we doing on time? Well, oh God, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
This went quick, didn't Yeah.
It really. These shows always do.
Yeah, Topsy says you need
Hanging
to...
out with Topsy is always a breeze.
So, gronk
Gronk
it up.
Gronk it up.
Gronk it up.
up.
Hashtag not a
Not a
cult
cult.
for legal and tax purposes.
Is that one of my engaged buildings, by the way? Up there. How many of my engaged buildings have you got up here?
Where?
Because I can see one there. Is that the Hotel Wednesday?
Oh, right. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, take that away because it's wasting space that I could use
You
for
could
more
fit a
trains.
Gronk up there.
I could, you know.
The Hotel Wednesday is an amazing thing, by the way. Look
Can
at
I
that.
just say-
I love this look.
Yeah, can I just say, one of the things that I'm just like, oh, that's where those went. I'm sorry, I've found things now.
Talking about stuff like that,
Moving-
I found the Model U Ghostbusters the other day when I was trying to work out where I
Oh,
put them.
right. Where had you put them?
They were on a shelf ready for me to paint.
All right, well, pen them. Will that fit in your box file?
I'm thinking it probably won't because it's multiple levels. It would probably get to about there for the top.
Well, look, you don't know unless
I'm
you
going to
try.
I'm going to put it onto the village box file. You see?
Ah. So anyway, anywho,
Yes, my other box file.
the other box. My other box file
My
is
other box file.
My other box file's a village. My plan is to do 009. So I've got there's a whole load of stuff. I did briefly introduce.
I am really interested in the stuff you've got here.
Like these are for Enwin's 3D.
Yeah.
And really looking forward.
I kind of
to
want to
do-
paint them.
No, Tough, I'm painting them. I like the fact that we've got this full interior
Yeah, the
as
interiors
well.
are amazing.
So my plan for Project Box File is actually to do mine in 009.
Ooh, nice.
And what I want to do is I'm going to do like a little quarry scene, and I'm going to use these things basically as part of the buildings. We've got another little stone hut. We've got some cranes. The cranes look amazing. I also like the ticket office, but I'm going to use this. It's like where the workers clock in and out, maybe. So I've got a lot of stuff going on here.
I need to get some engaged people
Yeah, you can get them actually.
because I want to stand one on the balcony, just on the Hotel Wednesday on the balcony.
I did actually have a set of Ladies of the Night that somebody bought for me and got the wrong scale. And not you, actually. I think it was another relative. They didn't understand that there were scales in these things. But I did give them to somebody else at the time, because at the time I didn't do Engage. And to be honest, ladies in naughty poses wasn't really
What I'm
the-
actually
the
thinking
thing
is
that I wanted.
having one person stood up here, up on this bit, and then one person stood down here, basically depicting Romeo and Juliet only in modern day.
You could have Rapunzel.
Yeah, lay your hair down. I need
Or-
to climb up. Use the stairs, you lazy git.
Or you could have somebody at the bottom and somebody on the balcony tipping a bucket of water over the end. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like, be gone! I told you the story when I was at university, the people from Hatfield, and they wouldn't shut up. They came to Moteside in
Oh
Durham.
my goodness, Hatfield were the worst.
And they said, you should have gone to Hatfield. And it's like, no, because I'd have had pricks like you in my college every night. But I tipped a pint glass of water out the window on them. Because they were just
Are they the ones that couldn't tell whether it was pee
They
or
didn't
not?
know whether it was pee or not, and decided it was probably best not to hang around in case the next one was pee. Yeah.
Oh, the things that happen when you're at university.
Yeah, like nearly 30 years ago. Oh, God.
Don't say things like that. I'm
getting
still
old.
young, damn it. I'm still young.
Getting old. It's, in my head, the memories are like yesterday. It's weird.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, guys. It has
Absolutely.
been... It's gone really quick. It really
Always,
has.
yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to have your company. Please, please, please hit that like button. Share this video to social media. Let other people know about the Monday Club and the channel in general. And if you haven't already done so, then do please subscribe. And if you ring the notification bell, then you will be able to hopefully see the videos that you have chosen to follow, rather than the rubbish that the algorithm tries to punt at you. And you can also check us out over at Patreon. We've got a link down below. We've got a number of different tiers of rewards to suit anybody and everybody to help the channel keep making the videos that you want to see. We also have a link for the Monday Club wagon. I don't know if it's still available. It might have sold out. We have been plugging this for ages, so you go, oh, it's sold out. Then silly Billy, you should have listened to me months ago. But I'm gonna ride Zoe now like she owes me money. To actually do the pin badges that we keep talking about. That needs doing next.
Okay.
And then we're going to get on with some designs, and we're going to think about doing a Monday Club wagon maybe in... I certainly want to do an O-gauge one. In all honesty, the minimum order numbers are favourable for O-gauge. I think I can shift the number that's the minimum order number. N-gauge, it's... I think, at the end of the day, if you want a lot
Let's
of
do a
N-gauge,
Kickstarter for it.
I think that's probably the best. So it's like, put your money where your mouth is. We'll come up with a design, and it'll be the same design as the 00 and the O-gauge. We'll do one in each 3 on offer. And I know people are going to be saying, what about a TT121? Unfortunately, the manufacturer that we'd be commissioning from do not do TT120 wagons.
Do not do TT120 wagons yet.
No plans announced.
Yeah.
But again, TT120 would be a Kickstarter if we were in a position to launch that. Unfortunately, they're not free. We have to buy them all, the entire production run. So, there's no profit in us actually buying like 300 wagons and only 5 of them sell. It would just financially be crippling.
Yeah.
And we don't make much money from these, despite what the trolls try and make you believe. We're making pennies on these. I think Royal Mail makes more out of the Monday Club wagons than we do in terms of postage. So there we go. But look, until next time, it's me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourself. It's been great to have your company. Thanks for watching. Topsy as well is really excited. He had a good holiday actually 2 weeks ago, so he's feeling quite refreshed. And also we've got the cupboard monkey as well. It's always great. It's nice to have somebody to ride shotgun with. But until next, like, get off my lane. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
The train now departing is the 2106 service to Buxfarting, stopping at Bolton Trinity Road, Minas Tatis Newydd, Eindhoven. That unnamed layout that Jenny said had a name and then it turned out it didn't have a name. Buxton on File, Pittsburgh somehow, back to Bolton Trinity Road, and then on to Bolton Trinity Road. I got that wrong, haven't I? Back to Weir Yard and then on to Bolton Trinity Road.
Do you
know how it works.
Did you do Buxton on File?
Yep, that's the
I like that. That's a really great
06
name.
service to Bolton Trinity Road. If you go up to the loft today, it's sure a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes.
For every train there ever was is gathered there today, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Monday Club for everyone.
So
Come on and have some fun. It's what you want to do on a Monday.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know. We need to work out more lyrics, maybe.
Yes. Yes, Buxton on File is the name of my little shunting layout.
There's a tumble of clowns. And that one had some kind of... He must have had the chili dogs for lunch.
Actually, Buxton on File might be the name of the little harbour town that I do as a box file layout.
Maybe. I just think it's a great name.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
I might call the shunting layout Butts Farting.
I live with a child, a 44-year-old child.
43, damn it!
You make me feel even older. But what am I supposed to be, your mum?
No, good grief, no.
No, I'm just a designated adult.
Designated driver. Good night, guys.
Take care. Smell you later.